Let people hear the beautiful noise of the old engines.
All right.
She's purring. So we are out here at the Big Iron Classic Truck Show in Caslon, Minnesota. I just stumbled upon this beautiful old Mack right here, and I thought that I would come meet the gentleman that brought her here for everybody to see.
Thank you. John Murtha, from Baldwin, Wisconsin. And I came down to see the show. I've been meaning to get here for years, and every year it seems like something comes up and I'm unable to make it. But I'm so impressed with all the trucks here today. I drove this down. It's a 59 B model Mack, and you got the quadruplex in it, the 5 and a 4.
Yeah.
170 horse. It's just a good old solid truck. A lot of fun driving it. Drive straight down the road. Run into a lot of older drivers and stuff that have run these trucks, and they're happy to see it restored and looking good.
You talk about the guys that used to run these trucks.
Right.
I'm sure that they have plenty to say about how the industry has changed over the years.
Yep.
Do you have an opinion on that?
Well, I do. I mean, the trucks today are great. You know, there's no doubt about that. But the horsepower difference is unbelievable.
Right.
The old Macks, I had friends, drivers that were running in California back in the 50s, and you know, they said when they got a 200 horse Mack engine, they were really doing something, you know, and they were driving 2-lane highways,
right.
You know, going through the mountains with these trucks, hardly any heat in the thing, and they're loud and they're rough, but they were a solid, good old truck. Now, today we got some really nice equipment, but horsepower is you know, 3 times that, you know, and a lot of them are automatics anymore, so they're still beautiful trucks out there, but these old ones are fun to play with, fun to look at and reminisce. Well, I can tell you what I know about it. I'm sure there are people out there know a lot more than I do, but the shutters on here are air shutters, so that regulated your temperature. You didn't have all of the tech today like computers doing everything for you. You had to monitor the gauges yourself. You know, you kept a close eye on the temperature gauge, a barometer, you know, oil and everything. Today, a buzzer will go off or a light will come on and stuff. The old boys, you had to keep track of it. And you were driving a truck. You weren't riding it, just steering it. So it was fun. I don't know. This has been redone over a period of probably 20 years. An older gentleman that I bought it from has done most of the work on this, and I gotta say myself, did a really good job of it. But like I said, 170 horse, 5 and a 4, tandem axle. This once was a dump truck, I believe. At one time it was a double frame on there, so it's a little heavier, but a good solid truck.
How many shows have you taken this thing to?
Actually, this is the first show.
This is your first show.
I've gone to a couple car shows with it just to bring it. They were local, you know, and asked if they were okay with the truck, and they were absolutely. And I won a few contests with this truck at a car show. So I thought this show is not being judged, and that's fine. You know, it's just as fun of being here with all of these other people all liking the same thing.
Right.
So I'm not here for that reason at all to win a prize, but it's just to be sure the stuff. And there's so many good memories with the old trucks. I mean, there's the 2 sticks, you know, and it takes a little bit to learn it, but it's fun. I think anybody that's done it, you know, will have to agree it's probably more work than today is, but you can see the dash on this thing too is very simple. You know, there's just the gauges like I described earlier.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about the 2-stick.
And you needed the 2, you know, you had so many gears, you know, I mean, so technically you got 20 forward gears here.
Right.
Well, with a low 170 horse engine, you know, you need the gears, you know, the new ones with the torque, they can handle it better, you know, a different transmission than the old boys, so. Yeah, you had to work at it, but it definitely had its purpose too. Dump trucks, off-roading, you know, spreading lime. I did that for I was like 18, 20 years old, and you had to get the right gear for the speed you're spreading the lime, you know, so you get the right tonnage per acre. Right. There was a need or a reason for them that many gears like that, and yeah, it's fun to drive.
I would love to see under the hood if you don't mind.
Sure,
let's do it.
Clean. Yep.
It seems so much simpler than the engines we see
Yeah.
today, doesn't it?
Yep.
No, no EcoBoost, no nothing like that.
No, there's no turbo either or anything. It's just a basic, good old Mack engine there.
Yeah.
6-cylinder. Coming down here, the temperature gauge jumped on me, and I thought, it was running so good, and so I pulled over, checked everything over, no leaks, nothing going on, no steam. I thought, well, hey, fun, that's kind of funny. So I drove a little farther, got into town, and figured maybe I need to add antifreeze type of thing. Put some in it a little bit, didn't take much. Couldn't figure out what's going on. I clicked the temperature gauge, and the needle came back. So it bounced up there and stuck.
Oh wow, yeah. So it just got
So
stuck.
I really wasn't overheating at all. But
Yeah.
anyhow, that's going back. I mean, you want to keep an eye on the gauges closer without warnings now, like the new trucks do. So Mack has got a good reputation in all fields of the, their over-the-road trucks. Probably didn't keep up as much. At one point, they had the long nose and to compete with the, when they started running mountains and stuff. They had even the V12s are big. The Detroit had the big V12s, and Mack has always been a good solid truck, but a lot of it is more used probably in the off-road type of dump truck and the cement truck type of thing industry that way.
Yeah.
They got a good reputation to build their own rear ends and everything. The frames are, a lot of them are double framed or heavier frames, so they'll withstand more weight and twist and turning.
Yeah.
But I like the rest of these trucks as well. I'm not just stuck on Mack by any means, but I got a very much appreciation for their quality.